Time for another Mark's Comic Haul. Y'all. What's up, everybody? I am Mark Walters, and I am running late, very late, on the New This Week Comic Haul. I've got quite a few books to show you, and I also picked up a few back issues, and I also got a few slabs back from CGC, so I will show you those at the end. So, I apologize for the lateness on this video. As we go into the new year, I'm juggling a lot of different stuff. I've got another Dallas Comic Show coming up on February 19th and 20th, so I'm trying to get ready for that. So, and man, this week, oh my God, there is so much stuff coming out this week. It is crazy, and I'm going to tell you a couple of things you might want to be on the lookout for, so hopefully this video being late, I'll still be able to give you a couple of tips on books that you might want to look for this week. Okay, we'll get into the New This Week stuff from last week, and then I'll show you some of the back issues I picked up. Alright, we'll start with DC, then we'll go to Marvel, we'll go to Independent. If you guys like this content, by the way, my name is Mark Walters. This is called Mark's Comic Haul. Y'all, I do these videos where I show off new books of the week, sometimes do haul videos where I go to conventions, pick up some bargain books. So, alright, so new books that were out February, God, January 12th of last week, okay? So we got Batgirls Number Two. This is cover B, the cardstock variant. Really dug this cover, I thought it was really cool. Also picked up Batgirls Number Two. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I actually wasn't going to get this, but the price that they had on it was pretty low, and I thought, hey, why not? So it was kind of worth grabbing. That was a 1 in 25 variant. This is a book that I wish I had ordered a couple more of, because I think I was lucky I got it at all, because I went to like 3 different shops, and the only shop that had it was the shop Zeus that I pre-ordered it from. The other 2 shops I went to sold out, and that is Batman Urban Legends number 11. This is the cover C, the Ace the Bat Hound cover. There is an Ace the Bat Hound story in here that's really, really cool. I love Ace the Bat Hound. I always love the Super Pets. But yeah, this cover is so hard to get for some reason. I don't know why. Picked up some more copies of Catwoman number 38. The Jenny Frison variant cover B. I think I have plenty of those now. I was worried at first I wasn't going to have enough, but now I have quite a few. Detective Comics number 1048. This is cover A. I just thought this was a really cool cover. I cannot remember the artist, but someone new, I think, a relatively new person. But yeah, you got Harley Quinn drawing on the walls there, still life. Thought that was a cool cover. And then this is Detective Comics 1048 cover B by Leigh Bermejo. And Detective Comics is weekly because they're doing a 6-issue ongoing story, so I think this is the second part of that ongoing story, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the rest of the 6-part story at this point. Part of the reason is there's just so much stuff coming out this week that at some point I just got to cut back. It's just too much. My bill for this week's pre-order is like well over $200. I mean, it's just a crazy amount of stuff coming out this week. Future State Gotham number... Where's the number? Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. You got Punchline. You got the new Joker. So, yeah. Seemed like that was kind of a hot book this week. I don't think people ordered heavy on it. This is I Am Batman number 5, the Matina cover B. Just thought it was kind of a cool cover. I'm not really picking up this book, but when I saw that cover, and the shop I went into only had 1 copy, so I was like, I better grab that. You never know. This was a hot cover this week. I went to 3 different stores, and I saw maybe one. Okay, the first store I went to, none. They had none. They had already sold through them. Second store I went to had one, and then I went to, I went to a total of 4. I actually went to a total of 5 stores this past week. No, I apologize. I went to 6 stores this last week. I managed to find 3 of these, and each one of them came from a different shop. So this is the Joker number 11, cover C. And as you can see, you got Joker with Harley Quinn and Punchline. Nice white cover, cardstock. Hard cover to get. I don't know why. You would have thought that the stores would have ordered heavy on that, but I guess they didn't. This was an extra from last week. This is Justice League number 70, I guess. Is that what that says? And it's a cover B variant. And it was just kind of a hot variant. And they sold out last week. I had pre-ordered 3 copies. They only got me 2. But they managed to get a reorder, so I got an extra one of those. And then this is Nightwing number 87, cover B. I just got a second copy of this because I really love this issue. It's like the all one panel issue. So yeah, and it looks like people are kind of catching on to how cool that was, because it's becoming a little harder to find now. All right, let's get into some Marvel stuff. Marvel stuff. What do we got here? Okay. Amazing Spider-Man number 85. This is the Peach Momoko homage variant cover. Kind of an homage to Amazing Spider-Man. Or not Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Amazing Fantasy 15. Kind of an homage. There are some other homage covers coming up that look almost exactly like the covers they're supposed to be imitating. This one was kind of loose. Anyway, I grabbed a couple of those. Got another copy of Black Widow number 11. I just really love this cover by Adam Hughes. I kind of feel like it's going to be one of those classic covers. I know Comic Crypto Castle Hills agrees with me on that. Mike, I know, has picked up like 5 copies of that. I think I've got 5 now too. Captain Marvel 35. I think this came out last week, but this is a Todd Knock variant cover. And for some reason I did not get this when it came out. I don't think I realized Todd Knock did a variant cover. So I now have, I think, 2 of these, because I picked up one a week ago, maybe. Daredevil Woman Without Fear. This is cover A by Chris Bacallo. Really like that cover. Nice white cover background. And then this is, I don't know if it's cover B or cover C, but the Todd Knock headshot variant. And this book seemed to be kind of hot, or this cover seemed to be kind of hot, which is a little surprising because the Todd Knock headshot variants can be kind of hit or miss, but I sort of spec'd heavy on this. I got quite a few copies of it because I know at some point I'm going to have Todd back at one of the Dallas Comics Show events, so I'll get him to sign that. Okay, we've got Dark Ages number 4. I did not pick up the regular covers. I picked up the 1 in 25 Woods variant cover. And the reason I picked it up was because the price they had on it was so cheap. I was shocked for a 1 in 25. I mean, like, with my discount, I basically got it for almost cover price. For a 1 in 25 variant of a book that seems like it's kind of hot right now. So, Dark Ages number 4, 1 in 25 variant. Dark Hawk number 5. This is the Ron Lim variant cover. I just thought it was a nice cover. Man, this is a super hot book this week, and I am shocked I was able to get one of each cover. I wish I had ordered more. I just had no idea it was going to be so crazy hot. Death of Doctor Strange, Bloodstone number 1. This is cover A. This book is stupid hot right now. Everybody's looking for it. And I assumed because it wasn't Bloodstone's first appearance that people wouldn't be that over the moon about it, but they are. So that's cover A. This is cover B by David Nakayama. But yeah, that book is... I would love to get more, but like I said, I went to 6 different stores and I only managed to get any luck with just one store. I got an extra copy of Hawkeye number 1, the Phil Noto cover B. And then this is from this week, Hawkeye number 3, or I should say Hawkeye Kate Bishop. This is the Jimmy Chung sketch cover variant. They're doing a whole series of these sketch cover variants. So I think this is the very first one. And I spec'd a little heavy on that. I got 3 of those. There's like, I think 2 more. Or no, I'm sorry, there's 3 more coming out this week. I'll mention that when I tell you guys about the stuff to pick up this week. Marvel Voices Heritage number 1. This is the David Mack cover with Echo. That was a nice cover. Thank you very much, Ron at Collected. I was able to get this Thor number 20, which is another one of those books that's kind of sold out everywhere. Going into second printing, first appearance or first cameo appearance of God of Hammers. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, thank you, thank you. King of Spies number 1. This is a back issue, but I really like this cover, and this seems like a book that, like, everywhere I went when this came out, this cover was sold out. And I saw one on the shelf at a store that I went to, so I grabbed it. So it's technically a back issue, not a new issue. But oh, and then this came out last week, but for some reason the store I went to did not get any, and so I was finally able to track down Noctera Blacktop Bill Special number 1. Interesting little thing about this book. So you got this really nice black cover with the teeth. Every single copy of this book has, see if I can point it out here. Every single copy I have seen has a little nick, like right about here somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm pointing to it, but I have not found any copies that don't have it. So it must have been a printer error. And then Noctera Blacktop Bill Special. This is the 1 in 10 copy variant. And the price they had on this was super cheap. Super cheap. Black and white, 1 in 10 copy variant. So I grabbed it. With my discount, it was like less than cover price, basically. So yeah. Okay, so that's all the new this week stuff from last week, from the 12th. I'm going to show you a few back issues I picked up, and then I got a couple of slabs. So Zeus Comics is having an anniversary sale. All the back issues are 50% off. So I just grabbed a few things. There's a guy that goes in there whenever they do sales and just like cleans out their back issues. So I'm sure he probably got to most of the good stuff before I could. So I just grabbed what I could find. So this is Arrow number 1, the Art Germ cover. They only had this marked like a quarter over cover price, so I basically got it for half cover. This is Arrow number 1, the action figure variant. And this is Arrow number 1, I think just the regular cover A. All first prints. That book seems like it's got a little bit of heat on it right now. Alpha Flight number 12, just a really beautiful copy of this book. I always like this book because it's got this really striking pink background. So you got Alpha Flight number 12, and this is the Death of Guardian. It gets whacked in this book. And they had this marked $3. So it was $1.50 because 50% off. And it was $1 cover price originally, so that's a pretty great deal. And, you know, like I said, because you got this big pink background, it's a beautiful copy. I was happy to get that. Another beautiful copy of an Alpha Flight issue, an early issue. This is Alpha Flight number 34. This one was also marked $3, so I got it for $1.50. Nice white background. This has a partial origin of Wolverine's adamantium claws. So I guess you could call it a minor key. One of those cool books you can usually find in a quarter box. But, you know, you never know. It may be worth having someday. Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man number 49. The J. Scott Campbell variant cover. And this is one of those big, thick deluxe books. You know. So this was marked a quarter over cover. It was $10 cover price. So $10.25, so I paid a hair over $5 for it. So anytime you can get a J. Scott Campbell deluxe format book like that for $5, why not? This is Amazing Spider-Man number 75, the Patrick Gleason webhead variant. And I think the main reason I got this was because this is one of those books that I think when they came in, they were damaged. And so I avoided getting them when they were damaged. So when I saw this, I was like, I looked at the corners, it looks really good. I didn't see any damage to speak of, so I grabbed it. This is on the bag, but yeah, the book looks great. And it was a quarter over cover, so $6.25, so 50% off that, so it was like $3, just over $3. Batgirl number 37. This is a controversial issue because of how it handles one of the characters in the book. But the main reason I wanted to get it was because I just really love this Darwin Cook variant cover. And I have this book, but I'm happy to get another copy. And again, they had it marked a quarter over cover, so $3.25, 50% off. It's like $1.60 something. These books came from Louisville Comics, and I was really happy to get this. Now, I have only seen Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. I've only seen Mike show this book, and I wasn't even familiar with this book. There was a period where Marvel was doing, they were kind of bringing back some of their lesser used characters with new #1 issues, and they did a Moon Knight #1. Mark Texeira did the artwork. It's written by Doug Mink. And anyway, I have never seen this book, ever. Like, when I go through back issues, I don't remember it coming out on the shelf. I probably just missed that week or something. So I've never had this book. It's not an easy book to find. I don't think it's worth a lot of money, but with the new Moon Knight series coming out, obviously Moon Knight is pretty hyped up right now. So they had 2 beautiful copies of this book, and they had them at $5. And I think they gave me a little bit of a discount, so I basically got them, I think, for like $8. So very happy to have those. And I wouldn't have even known about that book if it hadn't been for Mike at Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. So thank you, Mike. Superman, Son of Kal-El. This was from Collected, Ron at Collected, who also runs Brainy Comics. They do a lot of exclusive variant covers for some of the hot books that are coming out today. I didn't know they had done this one, and when I saw it, I actually saw the cover C first, because there's 3 different covers for this book that they did. They did them as a set, but you could also buy them individually, I think. So this is cover A, B, and C. So this is Superman, Son of Kal-El, #1. This is an exclusive variant from Brainy Comics. As you can see, it says Metropolis Comic-Con. This is Alan Quah. And look at the detail on this. Like, look at all those figures in the background. I mean, it's just crazy amounts of detail. So this is cover A. This is cover B with the minimal trade dress at the top. But this is the one that I saw first, and this, I just absolutely fell in love with this. It's basically the figures by themselves, no background. So you got Superman and John, and look at what it says. One day you will be Superman. I just thought that was so cool. It's just a beautiful cover, that beautiful white background. So I saw that and I told Ron, I was like, I have to have that. I have to have that in my collection. I'm a big Superman nut. So those are all the comics, but I did get a couple of slabs back from CGC, so I'll show you those real quick. This is Swamp Thing Annual Number 2, with kind of the Justice League Dark, sort of the precursor to Justice League Dark, Swamp Thing Annual 2. I got a 7.5. I'm a little surprised that it got a 7.5 because I really don't see any major damage on this book. And I mean, maybe it's just some things that are kind of hidden, but oh well. You can't win them all, right? It's a really cool book. It's a book you don't see very often, so I was happy to have a slab copy of that. I so wished this got a 9.8. I was really hoping it was going to get a 9.8. Young Avengers Number 1. As you guys know, this book is super hot right now. Came back 9.6. I could not for the life of me tell you what is wrong with this book. There are no nicks on the spine. That's actually in the bag there. There's really nothing on the corners. So I'm not sure what they counted off for here, because I have looked this over top to bottom, noon to breakfast. I cannot find anything wrong with this. But I got a 9.6. It's one of those, like, do I want to take a chance of cracking it out and resubmitting it? I don't know. Nowadays, with CGC taking so long, I've still got 2 books at CGC that have been there for a year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Like, these were submitted around the same time. They just came back. So, and then last but not least, and I can say I'm very happy about this, this is Marvel Collectible Classics Spider-Man. There were 2 that they did. They were both chromium. And so this is obviously the Todd McFarlane Torment Spider-Man number 1. Came back a 9.8. So very happy about that. That's on the back. This is a really nice book. This is probably like a $1,000 book. So, especially being a 9.8. So I'm happy that that came back the way it did. I also submitted a Spawn. You guys maybe watched my previous video where I opened up the Spawn signature figure, and it came with a Spawn foil number 1. Submitted that, came back in 9.4, and again, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I don't know what they counted off for, but they actually scuffed the inside of the plastic on the case. Like, it's majorly scuffed. It's not on the book, it's on the case. So actually sending that one back to get reholdered. And I'm sure the grade will come back the same, but, you know. So I would have that to show you, but unfortunately had to send it back. So there you go. And I want to say a big thank you to Ron at Collected, because he was the one that helped me get those sent off to CGC, and has, like myself, been very patiently waiting to get stuff back. So that's all I got for this week. I did want to mention, I've mentioned it, I think, on the last couple of hauls, but be on the lookout at your local comic shop for the Spider-Man calendar, 2022 calendar. It's just a nice, cool calendar. Marvel puts one of these out every year, or they're starting to. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, wanted to tell you guys about some books that you want to be on the lookout for this week. There's a few things. Amazing Spider-Man 86 has a Mike McCone homage cover, which has Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage on it. It looks like, what is it, Spider-Man 363, I think. That's one you want to look for. That's going to be a hot book. The Catwoman number 39, the cover A and the cover B by Jenny Frison are both really nice covers, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Hulk number 3 by Donnie Cates. A lot of people are going to be looking for cover A because it's got Wolverine and Hulk on it. Be sure and look for the cover B which is a David Nakayama, and it's a classic homage to like the Hulk, the cover to like Hulk #1. It's a beautiful, beautiful homage cover. And there is a Jimmy Chung head sketch cover for that as well. Moon Knight #7, the Raza variant, really nice variant cover. If you haven't, that's cover B on Moon Knight #7. She-Hulk #1 is coming out this week. Several different covers on that book. The ones that I would recommend picking up: the Adam Hughes, obviously, the Art Germ, obviously. Don't sleep on the Scotty Young. There is a Scotty Young variant cover on that, and I think that one's going to be hot. Silk #1 has 3 different covers. I would suggest cover B by Go. Silver Surfer Rebirth #1 has 5 different covers, including a Jimmy Chung headshot sketch. Actually, I think it may even be 6 covers, but I can't remember. The Common Coley cover, to me, I thought was the best one. Strange Academy #15, first full appearance of, what is it? Forget the character name. Not Cuphead. Steamhead. What is the name of that character? Dang it. On the cover on this issue, look for cover A for Strange Academy #15. And Venom #4 has an Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage cover. Really nice black background. And then last but not least, X Lives of Wolverine. The cover H, there's a lot of covers on that book, but the cover H is an homage to Incredible Hulk 181. So be on the lookout for those books this week. My list for this week is ridiculous. Like I said, I think my total is going to be like well over $200. I'm probably going to have to set up a payment plan. It's so ridiculous. So hope you guys find the books that you're looking for this week. And I apologize for this video being late. If you would like to find out more about me, you can do so at bigfanboy.com or dallascomicshow.com. The next Dallas Comic Show is February 19th and 20th. I also want to point out Comic Art Fans has a channel on YouTube, and they just posted a tribute, a very nice tribute to George Perez, and I'm actually in it. If you go to like the 8-minute mark, you'll see Daryl Banks, famous Green Lantern artist, and I'm right after Daryl Banks. And I was honored to be a part of the tribute video. It's like a 49-minute long video. But if you if you get a chance, please go check that out. It's a really nice thing that they did for George. I've known George Perez for many, many years, and I was extremely honored to be a part of that. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Shout outs to all my usual folks: Comic Crypto Castle Hills, Fred Hall Direct Edition, Mr. Rigor Mortis 86, David Seeking Your Mint. I'm going to leave somebody out, but I got to go. Mark Walters out. See you guys later.